It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And coming up, we've got Daniel Jones. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year.
It's a late season Saturday night in Dallas. The Lions, the Cowboys underway here in Week 17. This taken in right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out, a rookie who led Fresno State to a pair of 10-win seasons. Fourth-round pick, it's Jake Haener.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They're brought out by a 5th-year pro coming off a career season as a passer and a runner. It's Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 10 carries, 58 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 4.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3-and-out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They run play action with Haener. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. From the gun, here's Haener. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
Henry up the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Lions first down.
Off the play fake, Haener. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Haener looking to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Throwing Jones. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. DJ Wonnum got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Here now, a 3rd and 20. Now Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Cowboys at 5-10 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
And less than a yard.
Gano's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up. led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Here's 3rd and 6. Haener here from the gun. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Jones. A short one there to Freiermuth. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. All the option left, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Operating from the gun, Jones. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jones.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Graham Gano on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this 1st half. It's 6-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
8. Haener. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this 1st half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal. Now Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Looking to throw. Jones looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gano's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Haener. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
1st down, here's Haener. He completes it to Boyd. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Haener. He'll get that to Charbonnet. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw is Haener. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Henry again. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Hayner here to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now stands at 13. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really...
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Jones. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Back to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. And Jones will hit the deck here. And he is able to pick up the first down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Jones on 1st and 10. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. He's to the 15. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's up. This is good, and it makes it a 16-10 game now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Looking to throw. Jones firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones going across the formation. He finds Freiermuth. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw again. He dumps it off to Barkley. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Gano's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium as they'll do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. In the late afternoon games, it'll be loud in Kansas City, that's for sure, as it'll be the Chiefs taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play the stadium.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Keyshawn Nixon now on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they're going to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The lines move there, look like nobody open. Now second down. Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-coverage are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Nifty move. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. This will be caught once again by Brown. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. They'll look to throw again. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
39-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 28-yard line.
Off the option, here's Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 55 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love it.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. They begin with a run by Barkley, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They run up the gut with Kelly. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Dallas, Texas is the spot, 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mills on the bootleg. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And the Lions first down.
Throwing, Mills. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 68 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
They'll get only a couple down at 44.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 3rd and short yardage, Mills. And that is is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 10. Now Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
The tackle made by Landon Roberts. Throwing Jones. Gets this complete to Shaheed. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Looking to throw. Jones. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Chris Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. First down, Mills. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, Mills. That's caught right side by Palmer. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mills. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Mills. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. A safety with a sack there, LaMarcus Joyner. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Mills to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. LaMarcus Joyner, his second sack of the night. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Jones now throwing to start the drive. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On second down, here's Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw on third down, Jones. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 9-point game. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, here's Mills. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. 3rd and long for Mills. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
Now Jones on first down. His throw incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
That's good for our Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Barkley, inside handoff. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And room there to work it inside the 25. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So now the Lions down by 12. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. That's caught by Palmer. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's Mills. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Mills to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves.